This is a brief video to help you locate sources in the university library, download those sources to your computer, and also create APA references so that you can cite these sources in your assignments. So let's get started. The first step is to log into the classroom. After you log into the classroom, you'll have to find the library. If you look at the menu bar on the left-hand side, you will find the Writing Center and Library. Click on this. This page will open up. You can access the Writing Center or the library from this page. In order to get to the library, click on the link that says Library. This will take you to the main library search page. From here, we can search on any topic. Let's see what the library has to say about bicycles. As the results load, you will see that a list of results appears of various types of sources. You can notice that the first source is identified as an ebook. So is the second source. In fact, there's a lot of sources in here that say ebook. But here's one that says academic journal. Here's one that says periodical. All these sources are slightly different, and we don't necessarily want to find all of those sources. And part of the problem is we went a little bit too quickly when we did our search. Let's close this tab and go back to the library search page. When we want to search for a topic, you can see that there are two options, full text and scholarly peer-reviewed sources. We must click full text if we want to actually read the article. Otherwise, we will simply find a summary of the article. So it's good that that is clicked. But we also need to click this that says scholarly peer-reviewed. This will limit our results to sources that we can use in a scholarly academic essay. Let's try our search again. Now as the search loads, we'll see that the results are slightly different. We can see that the very first source is from an academic journal. So is the second source. So is the third source. Very few of these sources are actually ebooks or periodicals. Most are either articles published in an academic journal or an article published in a conference or presented at a conference. So let's say that we want to use this first source. We can see that if we click on it, we will see the record of the source. We can find information here about the article. In fact, we see the full article here. And this is the actual article that you'll want to use in your paper. In order to download this article to your computer, click the download button. You can download it by clicking this button and it will save the file in PDF format to your computer where you tell it to be saved. I'm going to tell it to save the article to my desktop. And you should see the article appear on your desktop or in whichever file folder you choose on your computer. You could even save it to a flash drive. Now that we have the article saved, we also need to create a reference for the article. We could do this from scratch by filling out the information ourselves if we know how to complete an APA reference. However, there are tools in the library that help us with this. When we are using the library, there are different databases. One of the databases is EBSCOhost, and this happens to be an EBSCO database where this article is located. On the right-hand side, we see some icons. This icon here beneath the yellow folder, it looks like an old-fashioned library card. If we click this icon, we can cite the source in various formats. Now you have to be careful. Not all of these formats are what we want. We have to find APA, and here's the format for APA. So if we highlight this source and copy it, we can then paste this article somewhere else where we can keep track of it. I'm going to open up Microsoft Word. I'm opening up Microsoft Word to create a document where I can right-click and paste my reference. Now I have my reference information on the document that I've created. The next step I can do is go back to the library and search for a different source. Because I already have this article saved and I have the reference created. Let's see, if I scroll down, maybe I'll be able to find another source. Let's click on this one. As this source opens, we see that we don't immediately see the actual article, because every time you click on a source, you don't always go to the actual article. Sometimes you have to find the article. Where can we find this article? Well, as we look around, it says on the left, get full text at IEEE Explorer. Let's click on this. Another window is opening, and as this window opens, we can see that the article is being loaded into a new window. Sometimes you have to take several steps in order to actually get to the article. Here we see the abstract and the various sections of the article presented on our computer screen. We also see that we can click PDF to download this article. Let's click on PDF and see what it looks like. Here we have a PDF of this article in its original formatting. Once again now, we can download this article to our computer by clicking the download button and saving it to our computer. Pick the location where you would like for the article to be saved. And since I've saved it to my desktop, you can see the article being saved here on my desktop. Now I have two articles saved. But I also need to cite this source by creating an APA reference. How can I do that? Well, if I click Cite, like we did with the previous article, we will see once again the various choices show up. I want to find the one that says APA. Here, again, I highlight the entire reference, right-click, choose Copy, and go to my Word file where I've opened up a list of references. Now I have both of my references saved. I can continue doing research in this way to find articles, save them to my computer, and create a reference. Let's do one more. As I scroll down, I find another article. This one's from a conference. Let's see what it looks like. As the article loads, once again, we don't immediately see the article, but we do see that we can get the full text at IEEE Explorer. Let's try that again. The article's loading, and once again it says that I can download the PDF of the article. What if I click Cite This? Let's try that. The citation comes up, and it says plain text. However, this citation is not in APA format. There's various other ways to cite these sources that are made available: BibTeX, RIS, and RefWorks. But none of these are in APA format. So even if I would highlight and copy this information, it wouldn't be in the correct format. So I don't recommend that you cite the source that way. Instead, I recommend that you always go back to the record and use the tool in the library that says Cite. Click Cite, find APA, highlight the source, copy it, and paste it into your document. This is a brief overview of how to find sources, download them to your computer, and create references using the tools in the library. If you have any questions about this, please contact your instructor.